Hey, chirpers, how's it going? Since you've gotten to this point and you're watching this video, that means you've gotten through a majority of the book, and now you're on chapter 7 and you're looking through the management tools, which, bravo, you've done a lot. You've come very far from the beginning. Now you're getting here to using tools to make you more productive, more efficient, to really help your efforts out. And throughout the book, what we've really been focusing on is majority of the aspects are from the website version. So we talk about twitter.com when you use it on your laptop or on your desktop. Now, the funny thing is that 78% of Twitter's monthly active users actually use a mobile device, and they tweet on their phones and interact on their phones, which makes a lot of sense. Because when we're using Twitter, we're mostly out and about, and that's usually from a social standpoint, from an interacting standpoint. And why we focus more on the book for the web version is because when you do it for a business, it actually is a little bit better to use on the computer because you use different tools. You can post things from websites. It's a little easier. You can do a lot of this on your mobile phone, but it's not perfect yet. It's great for scrolling, and we'll get into that in a second. So I do want to make sure we touch on how to use it on your mobile devices, and not just on this one, on your phone, but also on other devices like a tablet and onto your, if you have a touch. I actually have a touch and as well as my Samsung Galaxy phone. So with that, let's jump into it. We're going to start off first and foremost with your mobile device. So if you look in here and you swipe into your phone, if you have a Google or Samsung or an Android phone, then you're going to want to go to Google Play, and you're going to want to go in the store and download the Twitter app if it's not already on your phone. If it is, you'll be able to see it as it's right there, and you just want to click on it. And when you click on it, it will take you to this. And what you'll see is, I'll have a screenshot in the book as well so you can see some of this, because I know it's not, it's kind of bright on the screen. But what you want to do is just want to look around. It's real easy to scroll up and down. Really what happens is that Twitter on the mobile app, they just reduce what you see. And so all you see on your screen is the home feed. And it's real simple. You scroll up, you scroll down. You can still click on people's Twitters. You can see their profiles. You can search on there. There's a search button on the top, the glass right there. So if you click on there and you take it, you can enter in some searches. You can look in and put in, let's see, a hashtag or a person's name if you want to. I put in Sprout Chat, and you can see the different tweets. So I put in hashtag Sprout Chat, looking at it now on there, and you can just scroll through. You still have aspects between top tweets and all tweets. So why don't you go do that? Let's stop for a second. Download the app. Make sure it's up there. If you're watching the video, pause this, do all that, sign yourself in, and then we'll keep moving from there. So do that. All right. Now, so now that you've spent some time scrolling around there, let's just take a look and I'll show you. So we again have the search option. So if you search in there and you go for Sprout Chat, you'll have all these options or all these results in there, and you can chat in there if you want to. You have top tweets and all tweets, and then you can actually share it from your phone. You can refine it as well. So you have the option to refine your results. I know you probably can't see that on the screen, but if you click on, if you're in the search section, you click on it's a little top two bars here, that one right there. Click on that one, and you'll see more results. And then you can do some of the advanced search options on here, which is cool. So you can pick people, you can do everything, you can pick who you're looking for or near you, And that's the extent of the advanced search. So if you're looking to do more advanced searches, narrow people down, narrow tweets down, looking for people having conversations about certain things, you're probably going to be better off on the actual website. But you do have that capability on here as well, just not as detailed, and you can't filter as well on the mobile version as you can on the desktop. Some things you can't do on here is that you can't share this out. If you do a search result, you can actually push share on there if you're using a Android device, and you can push share and send it out from there. So it's really neat. Let's jump back though to the home feed, and let's do. So we're looking through here. Cool thing is that so you have at the bottom you have what's happening. You can put in the chats. You can put in images. You can still do the same functionality as you do on the web version. You have on the top bar here you have home, discovery, and activity. So if you do discovery, that's where the trending topics are, which you normally see on your home feed on the left-hand side. On the web version, activity is pretty neat. You can see what your network is doing, and you can see people that you're following and what they're favoriting, what lists they're adding to, what they're tweeting about. So it's pretty cool. You can get that, and it really simplifies everything. You still have notifications on the top, so you have that little bar bell. That's the notifications, so you can jump in there and see what's going on here. You have the direct messages. You have find people, so you can go in there and actually find people at the top as well, and that's that little person with the plus sign on the side. And then you can get into actually your profile. You can get into your list. You can get into drafts, accounts, and settings. So real quickly, what's really cool about this on your mobile version is that when you can actually have multiple counts on your mobile app. So if you go up to the bar, the little left-hand bar up here, all the way to the left, or if you're looking at a screen, it's all the way to the right on your phone. You click on that, you'll see your profile on a drop bar that comes down like this. You click on accounts, and what you'll see is that all the multiple different accounts that you have on there, you can click and you can go back and forth. And it's really great if you have multiple accounts. If you have a personal brand, you have a business brand, you can use those different functions on there, and you can manage both, multiple, whatever the case may be. If you're a social media community manager and maybe you're doing this as an outsource, you can have multiple accounts on there. Now the thing is that you have to remember is that make sure you know which account you're on when you're tweeting certain things out. That's where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. And it doesn't matter whether you're on your phone or at your computer. Those are things that can happen on both devices. However, it will happen a little bit easier on your mobile phone if you're not sure what account you're in. So make sure you're aware of that before you start tweeting things out that maybe doesn't pertain to one community versus the other. So it's really cool. That's a big feature on there is the multiple accounts. You also have drafts. So if you start tweeting something underneath list in that little settings bar, you have drafts. So if you've stopped or you forgot or you had to jump to something else or whatever the case may be, they save it in there for you. So let me show you the other devices too. So I have the iPod Touch, which is obviously a iOS or a Mac application phone. And so same thing here is that you still have the Twitter icon there that looks exactly the same. You get it in the App Store and you click on it, and let's just take a look. My touch is a little bit slow because it's a little bit of an older version, but it does actually still have the updated interface on there. So this is going to look very similar to an iPhone. So let's just take a look. So you have all the same functionalities in here. The layout's a little bit different. You have all the buttons on the bottom. You have Connect, which is basically notifications or people interacting with you at the bottom here. You have Discovery, which you click on there and you can get the activity, the trends, what your community is doing. So similar to the app On the Android, this is just a different section. And then you have the Me version. So you click on there, you can see your profile, what you're doing. You can switch accounts in there with the multiple person button, which has 2 people on it. So if you click on that, you can go to multiple accounts. You can also go to the settings here, and you can do settings. You can change your settings here. You can edit your profile. You also have direct messages, which you can get into your direct messages from your profile. So you go right there and you hit that button, and it'll take you to all your direct messages. So same functionality, just different layout is really what it comes down to. I suggest you jump on there. As you can see, you have the search button up at the top of the home screen, and then you have the little compose a tweet button or box right there as well. So I suggest you just jump on your device, make sure it's on there, get used to it. And then let me just show you real quickly on the, I do not have a Android tablet yet, but for right now, the tablet one is the same, basically the same version as your mobile. But here, this is the iPod or iPad. This is the second one, not the third one. So I just want to show you though, as you can see, it's very similar to the one on your app for your mobile version or your touch for an Apple. The nice thing about this is that it changes views like this. You still have the same function. Oop. It's still getting used to that. Same functionality on this side. And you have everything you need to do on here. So it's really cool. You can do it both ways. You can have it up, you can have it to the side. I really like it because it's a simple version of it. It simplifies it. It's great, again, that if you're just looking to scroll to see what maybe your community is doing, you want to interact with some people, the mobile version is phenomenal for that. Now, when you get to updating your account, adding links, even chats, I really recommend you being on the website. The mobile is very difficult to do, so it's not easy to actually do a chat or conduct a chat on your mobile phone. It's possible, but the thing is that the delays, depending on your service and your connection, it can delay, and so you're waiting there to see if someone responded to your tweets or your response in the chat, and it takes a long time. So you're just better off when you're doing chats, make sure you got a laptop or a desktop and you're sitting there and you're actually typing on it. Definitely better option to go as far as that. A few other things on your mobile device that is phenomenal, and which I like and actually can be used in some tactics, is that because people are using mobile devices, and as you know, mobile devices, you get notifications, and usually it defaults, they push notifications through. So I do recommend that, and the reason is that when you see notifications, as you can see, there, I have gotten notifications of people who are actually following other people. So what happens is that if people in your community start following, if a group of them start following somebody else, you would actually get a notification on your phone telling you that A, B, and C person, or Jessica, or Brian, or Bruce, or George, all of them have started following this particular person, and which is great. It actually, what happens is you click on it, it'll take you to their profile. You can look at them, you say, hey, my community's following them, maybe I want to follow them as well. It's a good way to find like-minded individuals. So instead of having to go out there and search for them, or this helps you kind of just stumble upon them, but you already know they're somewhat vetted because your community, multiple people within your community are already following them. Now, on the flip side of that is that actually works for you. So the more people you're connecting with and the more followers you get, what happens is you'll see that you'll start getting more. It's like a momentum swing. So you start getting more people coming to you because you've spent time building your community, and a lot of these other people's community members are following you, so they get a notification on their phone. And it's really interesting how this works. You can't really pinpoint where people are coming from, if they're coming from the mobile version or the website version, but you'll see that once you start picking up momentum, this will help. And that's one tactic that inadvertently can help you do that, is by having these push notifications. So it's a really cool tactic. It's great to have on your phone, both for yourself to find new people and for you to be found by others as well. So there you go, a quick overview of the mobile. It's really straightforward. Since we've gone through everything on the website version, I just wanted to give you an overview on the mobile version. It's really simplified. I like it for on the fly, when you're in the supermarket lines, you want to read something, or you wake up in the morning. I don't necessarily condone that, but I find myself doing that all the time as well. But there you go. So the mobile version for Twitter is phenomenal. Make sure you look it out, check it out, spend some time on there. So before you move on to anything else, get on your phone, get used to it, see how you like it. Since you've been spending a lot of time on the web version, it's going to take a little time to get used to it, but it's not going to be hard. It's going to be an easy transition. But keep in mind, some of these tactics, most of these tactics that we're talking throughout the book are going to be better used actually on your website. But the mobile really, again, and I know I'm repeating myself here, but the mobile version is going to be best for on the fly, one-on-one interactions, reading articles. Even if you find articles on here on your phone, or if you're reading something on there, you can actually share it to your Twitter account directly through that. So actually, that's a good point. Let me show you how do you do that real quickly. So I'm going to pull up an article here, and so this is something I found actually on my mobile device, doing a little research for the book, and it's a Mashable article. So as you can see, sort of like you would see on a web version, there's the share buttons on top. So they have, right now they just have Facebook and Twitter, so you could actually push that and it will take you to this screen, and then you have the different apps and how you can share it. So I would click on Twitter, and there you go. And what it does is, you can't really see it, sort of, but it gives you the headline already and the link, and then it actually includes Mashable's handle in it. So if you are comfortable, just like you would do on your mobile, on your website, and the desktop version, you would just hit tweet, or you could change the actual headline around, whatever you want to do. You can do that and hit tweet, and then it'll go directly out to your Twitter account. Now, what you can also do here is, if you noticed, if you go back to this, let's go back to the actual article. So we go back here, you can hit that tweet button, and when I did that last time, it actually asked me which app I want to do, and I have Hootsuite on here, which we know is a management tool. You'll see more of that in the next couple videos and throughout the chapter, but you can see is that you can actually hit Hootsuite as a management tool and share it. We'll also be talking about Buffer, and Buffer is another option to be able to share it, but you share it a different way. So the other option of sharing it besides the button on articles is to actually go up to, on the Android version, there's the three little lines that are vertical. You click on that and it'll have all the options of how to share, or other options to do it, so like bookmarking and so on. But you'll see a share button here, and you click share, and it's going to ask you share via what. And so now you have all these options, and if you have some of these apps on your phone, like Buffer or Hootsuite, or you can even get TweetDeck, or some of these are Sprout Social, anyone that has a mobile version and you have it on your phone, you'll be able to share it via that way. Great thing about this is, if you add it to Buffer, it'll get added into your queue, which again, you don't know about yet unless you've skipped ahead and read, or if you've read the whole chapter and came back to the videos, depending. But Buffer has that app in there. So we'll talk about more of that, the sharing via these other apps in their videos. But there you go. I mean, you could share your stuff right out of your phone. And so again, you can do a lot of activity from your phone. Just depends on where you're at, what you're comfortable with. So you have those two options if you want to go ahead. It doesn't limit you, allows you to seamlessly go from one device, your mobile or your desktop, into your mobile, or mobile back to your desktop, however you want to use it. There's all those options there. So check it out. It's great. Have fun with it. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you watch the rest of these videos on these tools. This one's a little bit longer because we didn't spend a whole lot of time talking about mobile in the book. So this is going through a lot of that. So I know it's about 20 minutes or so, give or take. But I'm glad you watched it all the way through. Let me know if you have any questions on using it in your mobile. You can tweet me or send me an email directly. You have it throughout the book. So check out the other management tools and the other videos, and I'll see you later on in some of these other ones. That was a horrible ending. Let me try that again. And I'm not going to cut this. I think that's pretty funny. So check it out. Go in the mobile version. I'll see you on these other videos. Take it easy. Peace.